Back in April, I attended the Royal London Hospital for Integrated Medicine for my rehabilitation programme. It was 2 days a week for 5 weeks, and it was like intense physiotherapy, occupational therapy, and cognitive behavioural therapy. I did a video each week, so you can find them on my YouTube channel if you want to see how each week of treatment went. 2 weeks ago, I went for my 6-month review, so that's what I'm going to be talking about today. To start with, they compared my symptoms, so what they were like when I first started the programme compared to what they're like now. I said that it's never like a straight road for FND. There are always ups and downs, but I've definitely had more ups than I have had downs since ending that programme. My leg weakness in particular is so much better. Well, the weakness itself probably isn't better. I still get that snapping back of my knee still buckles, I get that sensation that I've got no knee, but my confidence in walking, especially outside with my walker, is a lot better. The physio gave me great techniques for how to start walking properly again, like going from side to side motion instead of just straight forward, and I find that really useful. So when I do have issues when I'm walking, when I'm out, I'll just stop and take a moment, ground myself, use the grounding techniques that they gave me, and then go over everything that the physio sort of said in my head, or the key points, and use that to carry on walking forward. Before the programme, I never really thought about fatigue. I used to think that I was just really tired, and they said there's a difference between being tired and being fatigued. So kind of opening that door and thinking about how to pace myself better, my fatigue has improved because I don't, that boom and bust cycle, I know how to manage that better now. I don't always do it properly. I admit on days where I'm having a really good day, I might overdo it just because I feel physically able to, but then might pay for it the following day. But I don't do that as much as I used to do. Dystonia, like hands cramping up or feet cramping, that's better. And again, I think that is a pacing thing, that sometimes, because I do lots of crafts, I will just really get stuck into it and then suddenly my hands will cramp. Whereas if I set a timer for myself, so it's like 30-45 minutes, and then have a break, give my hands a rest, and then get back into it again, that helps stop the dystonia. Seizures, about the same, I guess. I can't control them. I think I've stopped one coming on, or prolonged the onset of one coming on, so that I could get into a safe space and be in a comfortable position before I start convulsing. But the amount of seizures I hasn't changed. That's been quite consistent. But again, I guess I'm getting used to them. I'm quite comfortable when I'm having them on my own now that I'm in a safe space, so I know that I'm going to come back out of it again. But that's something that I can still work on. There's the applied pressure technique, which I did talk about in one of my videos for my treatment. That I can do that like even up to 5 times a day, and it might help in the long run. And distraction techniques, when I feel one coming on, looking at things around me that maybe it will distract me enough to stop it happening. I just need to keep practicing. We talked about the goals I set, and whether I've achieved them or not. Baking and cooking was one of the main things I wanted to get back into. I did bake a cake for a Jubilee party at my granddad's, which is one of the things I really wanted to do. I help in the kitchen more, like just preparing food, cooking. Yeah, I'm definitely getting there. Going out with friends was something that I wanted to explore. I'm comfortable going out with my family and my partner. I know that if anything happens when I'm out with them, they know how to deal with it. So it's hard to put trust in people sometimes, for them to know how to handle it. And it's a lot of also responsibility and pressure I feel that I'm putting on them. And I did manage to go out with a friend. Shout out to Sam for helping me make that happen. It's such a massive difference to be able to do something like that. It feels like just these little bits of my life coming back slowly. Walking outside was one of my main goals, and I've managed to do a lot of that. Like when me and Dean went on holiday, we took the chair and the walker, and the chair was always there as a backup, but I never used it. It was just in the car in case I needed it. But yeah, the whole time I was just walking around with my walker, and I aim to do that as much as I can when I go out. It's quite physically tasking when I'm out with my walker or just walking around in general. It puts a lot of strain on my knees and my hips, but mentally it's so much better. When I'm out in my chair, it's difficult because you're dodging people in a whole different way. You're having to look up constantly. People walk into me, people almost fall on me, and I'm very aware that I'm not getting exercise when I'm actually, when I'm walking, I think that's why mentally it does feel so much better, because I know that I am getting the exercise and I'm then tired for a very good reason. I wanted to try and explore walking outside on my own, and a community physio has actually just been out today. She's a neuro-physio, and she's going to help me with building up my confidence in walking outside. That was a referral from London that they put through for this community physio, and I'm really glad that I'm still getting some form of help on that side of things, because I need it. I need their ideas, their ways of coping, different ways of walking slightly differently that will just help me build up that confidence. So she's going to help me, and I think there's social workers that come out as well that will help me just walk down the shop on my own and then expand a little bit further. And she's going to help me with the stairs and some exercises for the pain that I get in my neck. I'm quite looking forward to working with her over the next coming weeks. She's coming again next week, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then we set some new goals. The walking outside on my own being the main one. I was in there talking for a good hour at least, just catching up with them, and they seemed happy with my progress so far and that I should continue progressing. And then that was it, and now I'm discharged. And that day when they said I was discharged, I wasn't really sure how I felt about it. You get all this amazing support, and then it's just that feeling that suddenly it's not going to be there anymore. They say that you can ring up, and if you have a setback or any issues, you can ring them and talk to them directly, and they'll try and help you through it. But it was weird after waiting like 3 years to get that treatment, for it to then be over. It was a strange feeling. But now I've got the physio coming out to me, which obviously London did put in place. I feel better that there is another step. Somebody else is going to help me take that next step and help teach me how to do it. And they suggested some more CBT alongside the physio. It's always said that having the physio and the CBT working together helps them both work better. I guess like your body's going through something and they are giving you the coping strategies on how to mentally combat it as well. So overall, a really good experience. I'm very lucky to have had that treatment and got the support from all those amazing people up in London. I'm very grateful for it. And I shall let you know how I get on with the next step. But for now, thanks for watching.